about, there is one big deal. I guess for Blizzard, not for us. But it's time. I'll talk to you about it now because it's the morning runaround. NetEase getting into a legal battle with Blizzard. The fun has not ended between these two just yet. This is the worst ex-girlfriend breakup you have ever seen between two companies. NetEase files a lawsuit against Blizzard Entertainment for $43.5. The 0.5 support $1 million in refunds. Former Chinese publisher partner NetEase has filed a lawsuit against Blizzard Entertainment, seeking 300 million yen, roughly $43.5 million US dollars, in refunds for discontinued games and services to more than 1.12 million players since the servers shut down last January. As reported by Chinese media conglomerate Sina Technology, longtime publishing partner is suing Activision Blizzard over violations of the licensing agreement, demanding compensation for refunds to players, as well as unsold merchandise inventory and deposits for undeveloped games. The suit also includes what NetEase is calling several unequal provisions favoring Blizzard Entertainment in the licensing agreements between the two companies, such as bet-on agreements and large sum deposits by NetEase in order to insulate Activision from risk. Holy shit. Now, I work for a corporation. You know, these kinds of numbers, they're big, but I've seen much bigger. That's what she said. So, you know, it's not surprising. This breakup has been horrible. They've been really shooting back and forth for a while now. We watched a whole thing about Bobby Kotick and how this whole thing fell apart because he felt insulted. He let his personal feelings, I think, get in the way of his CEO-ship in this case. And I honestly don't even understand how that man's still CEO. But hey, he is. And this deal fell apart in quite a monstrous way. And now they're getting sued. Now, let's see what this Sina Technology said. Shang-Chi NetEase Network Technology filed a lawsuit. Yes, we read this. Seeking a refund for $300 million. The amount includes refunds paid to NetEase in connection with the discontinued game World of Warcraft. That makes sense because a lot of people bought. Remember the Dragonflight expansion? People may have pre-ordered and then asked for refunds because this shit came out early on, right? I think before Dragonflight dropped, they lost their servers. Or just as Dragonflight was dropping, this news started to drop. Prepayments for inventory of unsold games, that's probably, again, Dragonflight pre-orders, and prepayment deposits for several undeveloped games. In this case, it involves World of Warcraft and other Chinese regions, games related to the agreements. This whole thing's crazy, man. This whole thing's crazy. The 14-year partnership had a sudden end last January after negotiations to renew their long-term licensing agreement broke. Yeah, remember, and I think Dragonflight dropped in November, if I remember right. So this shit really hit the fan. As soon as Dragonflight had dropped, we started to hear rumors, and then everything really fell apart in January. Since servers officially went offline on January 23rd, millions of Chinese players across Warcraft, Diablo, Hearthstone, Overwatch, StarCraft, and Heroes of the Storm lost access to their former accounts. This is going to be an ongoing battle. This thing's going to take a long time to sort itself out, and I'll try to keep up with it, you know, as your official attorney of Twitch here. I'm not by any means rendering legal advice here, but this thing is very interesting to watch, and like I said, I'll try to keep up with it and see what's going on. But it's going to be very boring for a while, I think. We're just going to have a long, drawn-out fight here. Should be fun to watch. Two exes going at it, boyfriend and girlfriend, bittersweet. And filled with bitterness, actually, until the end. No sweetness between these two.